meteorologist Alex Lamont here at you live at the NBC Montana studios. Gonna get some things set up real quick, and we will get going. I'm gonna give you an idea of the forecast over the next couple days, talk about the wind that we saw today, all that good stuff. So if you'll just give me a moment, I'm going to get this set up, and we will be running shortly. Alrighty, I think we're good. I think we're good. Um, If anybody has any questions or anything that comes up while we are getting things set up, let me know through the chat. I will get it figured out. Hope everybody's day's going well. Happy Sunday. The day of rest, one could say. All right, let's see here. Trying to get the chat set up at the moment. For those of you who are just joining, hello, I'm meteorologist Alex Lamont. Hope everybody is doing well. All right, I think I got the chat set up. Cool. I'm not too technologically inept. Alrighty. Well, let's get started. I'm going to turn my camera around. Let's talk about the wind that we saw today. Yeah. So we saw 89-mile-per-hour gusts. Hello. Greetings. Hello. Well, we saw 89-mile-per-hour wind gusts in Big Timber. Quite the impressive totals out there. For a comparison, 89-mile-per-hour winds is the comparison to a healthy Category 1 hurricane. So, quite impressive. Actually, just shy of a Category 2 hurricane. So, certainly damaging out there. And there, I've seen many power outages listed, especially heading into north central Montana. So, if you have noticed any sort of power outages in your area, feel free to let us know, and I can let everybody else know. But elsewhere in Havre, we saw 78-mile-per-hour winds, Great Falls 71 mile per hour, and then getting into Helena, Butte, and Missoula, also still seeing some impressive totals there in between 40 and 60 mile per hour winds. Needless to say, if your garden gnomes were not secure, I wouldn't be surprised if they were blown away at this point. But as we look right now, things have calmed down quite significantly. As you can see, stable winds right now are between 5 and say 20 miles per hour. Great Falls there being the strongest point at 22-mile-per-hour westerly winds. Especially in Missoula, things have calmed down quite significantly as well. But we still do have some of those wind advisories and high wind warnings in place until later tonight. In addition, we are also seeing a winter weather advisory in place there along the Canadian border, there into the Sealy Swan to the east of Marias Pass, where we are currently seeing some moisture out the direction, and in combination with the winds that we've been seeing, it's likely going to cause some troublesome winter weather along, especially the mountain routes. So just keep that in mind. That is in place until tomorrow morning. But Missoula, Kalispell, we're under that wind advisory currently, and we have that high wind warning as you head up toward Glacier National Park. Temperatures today, they weren't half bad. They were getting up into the 50s and 60s across western Montana. May not have really felt like it since it wasn't all that pleasant outside, I guess you could say, but nonetheless above average for this time of year. As you can see, 62 as you head to Great Falls, Helena, 61 in Bozeman, 60 for Missoula, even Kalispell at 56 degrees. So pretty impressive totals for today in terms of high temperatures. And right now, it's still pretty mild out there. We're looking at 40s and 50s at 8:09 on this fine Sunday evening. Looking at 53 in Bozeman, 48 for Butte and Dillon, 51 Missoula, and 48 for Kalispell at this current moment. And as we look at toward tonight, we are going to be seeing lows dropping into the 20s and 30s across the region. That chance for moisture most likely going to be kind of up there near the Glacier National Park area. The more northwest part of the state you go, the more likely you're going to see that moisture. And you can see that on our satellite and radar right now. We got that snow kind of isolated there, say along the I-15 corridor east of Marias Pass, say near Browning, Hart Butte, Cut Bank is where we're seeing some snow at this moment. And we are seeing a little bit of a mixture as you head southwest of there. We're seeing some rain, isolated showers as you head along Interstate 90 up toward the Idaho border, Highway 93. You're certainly seeing some rain right now, say Ronan, Pablo, Polson, you might even be seeing probably it's a little bit south of where you guys are at this current moment. And as you head up, or as you head up the Bitterroot range, we are seeing that wintry mix as well. And it is going to continue to stay rather unsettled as we head throughout the week. As you can see here, that percentage, the lowest percentage we have on here is for Tuesday at 40%. So if you like I guess the more unsettled weather, since we haven't really seen it this winter, this week will likely be the week for you to see it. So not exactly the sunniest week ahead of us, but I guess it makes sense as we close out winter. Looking at Future Tracker, as you can see, this is kind of just a representation of what we'll be expecting. That moisture heading into Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, there's those daily chances for showers out there, likely going to remain as snow as you head along the mountains and the passes, with a wintry mix as you head into the valleys. Temperatures are going to remain above freezing for highs during the day in the valleys, so that's going to leave it as rain, most likely maybe a slushy mix as you head into the morning hours. Overnight, where temperatures get a little bit closer to freezing, is when we could see that potential for snow. So, not too much of an impressive feat for accumulation heading into the valleys. The mountains, on the other hand, they may pick up a couple inches per day this week. So, certainly some much needed moisture as our snowpack is a little bit below average for this time of year. We can always use the moisture. And I have your 7-day forecast, spoiling it for y'all before the 10 o'clock cast. So, you lucky dogs out there looking at our 7-day forecast. As you can see, daily chances for moisture. We are going to continue tracking the potential for daily showers throughout Northwest Montana, especially Wednesday and Thursday are most likely going to be the most unsettled days this week as an atmospheric river sets up that's going to be pushing some moisture in. And right now, at this current moment, we're not entirely sure of the accumulation totals or the intensity of the system. That will come in a few days' time, probably as you head into Monday and Tuesday. But just keep an eye out for it because moisture will be on the way. As we head into west central Montana for your 7-day forecast, very similar story. As you can see, temperatures kind of hovering there in the 40s through much of the week. The coolest day there being Tuesday with 38 degrees. Hamilton heading up into the bitter, you might touch 50 as we head into Thursday, but likely that moisture is either going to keep temperatures cooler or it's definitely going to be falling as rain. And as we head into southwest Montana, Butte and Bozeman, a little bit less of a likelihood for some moisture, but as you can see, Thursday is also kind of that day where wind will continue to be a thing, but also moisture is likely going to be the most present on Thursday. But as you head into next weekend, temperatures will be in the 40s and 50s again, but not pretty unsettled week out there for us in the weather world. But hello again, it's me again. Hi, for those of you joining, meteorologist Alex Lamont here. How's it going? But yeah, if unless anybody has any last minute questions, epiphanies, anything like that, I'll probably sign off here. Keep it below that 10-minute mark. Be sure to watch the 10 o'clock cast tonight so you can get more details on all the things weather. But without further ado, thanks for your patience with me getting this set up. My second live stream. I hope everybody enjoyed it. And I will have more info for you with weather come the 10 o'clock cast. But thank you everybody for listening. Hope everybody's having a good rest of your Sunday, and I will talk to you all later. Bye bye now. I can get this turned off. Let's